Hello, YouTube, everybody. It is, I am Victoria. Let me start there. It is Friday, November 29th, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. Happy belated Thanksgiving, everybody out there. It's been several months since I've updated, so um, I just wanted to come back and, give everybody a little update. Anybody who's commented on my videos, anything like that. So I just passed my 6 months out period. I started in May 2013. The whole process of gastric, going through gastric bypass surgery, and it's been crazy. It's been more of a mental process up until this point, but it's been a lot of physical work as well. I've completed my sessions with the dietitian. I've yet to meet with the surgeon, but my surgeon appointment is scheduled for next week, December 3rd. And up until this point, I was a little bit delayed in, scheduling the surgery, meeting with the surgeon, because I had my psych evaluation and I was not approved. I was not initially approved for gastric bypass surgery based on something the psychiatrist said. So I've been working with, I guess, a weight loss counselor. I've been meeting with her 2 to 3 times a month since May, and it's really helped a lot. I've learned a lot of stuff as far as how I feel about food, and I don't know. It's been a lot of information, and I feel like a short amount of time. I know 6 months, it is a long time, but it was a short amount of time for the way that I've changed my lifestyle, my habits. I really learned to let go of food as a pleasure, and more, I see it more now as something, as a tool almost, something to keep me going, something that I have to do. The only issues that I still face with are making the correct choices for food, and I feel like that's something I'm going to have to deal with for the rest of my life. It's reasonable, that double cheeseburger does look better than, I don't even know, than, a salad, but based on calories, based on the sugar, based on all those trans fats, those nasty things, I know the difference, and I've always known the difference, but still it's hard to choose, but I'm doing good. I'm making good choices. I'm writing all my calories down. I started counting my calories. I look at things now in more of a positive view. I know prior to the counseling and working with her, I kind of viewed things in a negative light. Especially anytime that I've dieted in the past, it's always been something where it's like, I'd diet for like a week or so, and then I'd end up cheating on the diet, and then I'd end up feeling guilty about cheating, and then it'd just lead to like, oh, I can't do it anyway, kind of thing. So that's always what kind of killed it for me as far as dieting goes. But I've learned to think positively in those lights. Even when I do mess up, I don't kill myself over it, obviously. Like, sometimes I eat double cheeseburgers, and I shouldn't, but, now, instead of eating the whole cheeseburger, I might cut the cheeseburger in half. Here's a good point. Instead of getting double cheeseburgers, I try to get hamburgers or McDoubles plain, and then I cut them in half, or I share them with my fiance. I'm like, here, let's share this. And instead of getting a pop or even a diet pop, I don't do carbonation. Like I'll, get a water. Water is my favorite thing in the world now. Water. I realize that a lot of the times when I feel hungry, I'm really just thirsty. And I know it's so stupid and a minute thing, but if you drink water all day long, number one, you're gonna pee like a racehorse. You are gonna pee forever. But if you drink lots of water, you're not as hungry. It's kind of like a win-win for me. Like I don't feel hungry. I was just thirsty. So I stay hydrated. That's important. Stay hydrated. I've learned that. But water has become my best friend. So yeah. So I get off track. I'm very sorry. Uh, but I've been meeting with a counselor, seeing her recently. I'd say about 3 weeks ago, I had my psych reeval. So this is my second reevaluation. After I've worked with, my counselor and been going through steps and eating healthier, logging my calories, staying positive, um, trying some workout routine. I'll get there. But just working at it, chopping away. I had my second reval, and I got approved. So, um, since I was approved for that, I was able to meet with schedule a date with the surgeon, and my date to meet with the surgeon is on the 3rd. From there, he will, get all my stuff together, tell me a little bit more about the actual surgery process. I'll be able to then submit everything to my insurance company, and then after approval or denial, I will, hopefully approval, I will move on to the surgery. So since then, I've had a little hiccup. I guess you could say it was all good for a good day or two until I got some bad news. My mom is also in this process of going through this and trying to have this gastric bypass surgery. She was a little bit ahead of me because with her initial evaluation, she was approved for as far as the psych evaluation goes. Like she was approved the first time, so she was able to meet with the surgeon before I was, and they sent out her papers. Actually, she wasn't that far behind me because she's a bit of a procrastinator. That's what I don't know. But so we ended up finishing that whole process around the same time. And how it worked out is she just sent out her paperwork for approval to our insurance company. And since April, when we started this process, beginning of May, end of April, I was the one who called the insurance company and, verified that it is covered. There was an exclusion in our policy. Initially, it was a no, we do not cover gastric bypass, which most insurance companies will tell you that because for whatever reason, it's cheaper. They don't want to pay for a $20,000 surgery, basically. So, they're going to try to get out of it the best that they can. So, initially, there was an exclusion in the policy, but it stated excluded except if it's medically necessary. And obviously, in my case, it was medically necessary. It's been years. I've been obese. I've been obese for years. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have like diabetes, but it's still medically necessary, like based on my weight and my age and just the problems that I have coming. Like it was medically necessary. So we were good to go. Since then, I've been working at it, yada, yada, yada. So anyways, my mom submits her papers to the insurance company, and they come back with, we do not cover gastric bypass surgery at all, no matter what condition it is, no matter what the terms are, we're not covering it, basically. So it was devastating. I called the insurance company just to verify, and in June, our insurance had renewed for the year because it renews yearly. And when it did that, the only thing that changed in the policy was it went from it excludes the surgery it went from only if medically necessary to regardless of reason. Like, that's how the words changed. So the exclusion in the policy was like, initially it was only if medically necessary, gastric bypass, you can have it, and to regardless of reason, we won't cover it. So yeah, and this happened about 2 weeks ago, or I don't remember exactly when, but it hasn't been that long ago. And so I came up with some other solutions. Obviously, I don't have $20,000 in my back pocket, so I was kind of a little. I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it, but this is basically what's going on now. I called my fiance's insurance company to see if by any chance they covered the gastric bypass surgery, and they do. They pay up to 80% of it, and I'm responsible for the other 20%. So I'm looking at it like a good $5,000 still that I'll have to pay, but that's a lot more reasonable than $20,000. So yeah, the only thing is, like, we don't want to get married right now. Like, we've been together for a long time, going on 6 years next year, but I'm only 22. I mean 21. I'm still 21. Like, I don't, I don't know if I'm ready to get married, but I know that I need to have this, and I'll do whatever it is I have to do to have the surgery. And I love him and he loves me. It's a big step. And the only reason I have to even make this choice right now is because my insurance doesn't cover it. I'm, my current insurance. I'm hoping I'm going to play it out by ear, meet with a surgeon, and I'm hoping by January, when the Affordable Health Act goes through, that maybe something will change in my current policy and I won't have to do all that. But if it doesn't, then I'm gonna get married in January to have this surgery. And I know it may sound crazy to some of you, but I've spoken with other people who've had the surgery, and they said things like, it's something I never regret doing. If I had to do it over again, I would just have done it sooner. And I I made my choice based on that. Like, I love Shane. That's my fiance's name. Like, I love him. We've been together for a long time. Like, we can take the step. I wasn't wanting to do it so soon, but hey, so be it. What I do know is that I need to have this done, and I'm ready for what life throws at me. Right now it's just a waiting game. Since I'm just playing this waiting game, and it is the holidays, I'm just watching what I eat, watching everything that I put into my mouth, counting my calories. I wanted to mention to you guys, I don't know if you guys knew about this, but on Android, I don't know about iPhones, that's my thing. But there's an app called Myfitnesspal, and it is amazing. Like, it is such a great tool for counting calories. Like, all I have to do is scan something, and it pops up, right? Like, I click my breakfast link, and I scan, whatever I'm eating for that day, and it'll pop up right away, and I just click it, and it's added to my calories. Right now, I have it set with my weight, and I told it that I want to lose like 2 pounds a week, and it's got me at like approximately 2,300 calories. But I come in like either right under that most of the time or right over that. Like, it's a challenge still, just to, count calories. Like, it's no joke, but I have to stay on it because I don't want to get any bigger, like, going into the surgery. I want to continue to, like, get smaller if I can, And that's just the thing. Is you just gotta watch what you put in your mouth, because if for example, if I go to McDonald's for breakfast, that's the only time that McDonald's really gets me. But if I go to McDonald's for a breakfast, like that's easily 1,200 calories. That's half of my calories for the day in one meal. It's never worth it, and I always regret it afterwards. But it's just about what you put in your mouth. Like, that's it. Like, so I just try to watch the carbs. I try to go low on the carbs. Initially, I was going high on the protein, which reminds me, this is my protein shake. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this shit is amazing. It's called Combat Powder. I bought it from bodybuilders.com. It's so delicious. I seriously this one's banana flavor. I add milk and a banana, not even milk, water. I can do water, ice cubes, and a banana, and it tastes like a milkshake. Best protein shake I've ever had. So delicious. You guys should try it. Awesome. But the problem is I'm already getting enough protein. I was just trying to have higher protein, and it's not really good for me because it just turns into fat. So now I'm just sticking to low sugar, low carb, low cal, and I'm doing it. Like, I'm just trying my best and trying to make good choices. I'm trying to, lose a few pounds, not gain any, that's for sure. But, it was Thanksgiving yesterday, for example, and I didn't have any desserts. Yay! That's a clapping moment because desserts are tempting, but lots of sugar in those things, and I'm not gonna be able to have them after surgery. So you know what? I just didn't even eat them, and you know what? I survived. I'm here. Yay! No, but seriously, I went for the light meat, like the turkey. I went for the white part of the turkey, the leanest part. Any food that was presented to me. I did eat a little bit of mashed potatoes. I'm not gonna lie, and corn, but not a lot. Not a lot. Maybe a spoonful, really. Everything else was, veggies. Every place I went had at least green beans and like yams, which I know yams are sweet veggie, but they're still a veggie. Trying to stay positive here. They're still a veggie. Normally I'd be eating like 2 handfuls full of mashed potatoes. Broccoli. Broccoli is my favorite. They had that at every place I went to. But, you gotta give yourself credit. I had some yams and they were good and they're a veggie, and my point is, I try to go for the light, lean meat and veggies all around. Wherever there's veggies, you gotta eat the veggies. Like, there's no getting around it. Really, it's a treat for me. I know that sounds crazy, but right now my stomach's this big, so when I eat something like a cheeseburger, I want 3 of them to fill me up. Now, it's the same difference with vegetables, but I can eat more vegetables and have far less calories and feel more satisfied as far as fullness goes after I eat it. Now, I know that sounds stupid, but in reality, that's how it works. Like, stuff yourself with veggies, guilt-free. I don't even feel bad. Like, Jell-O. I don't even feel bad. Fat-free Jell-O. There's nothing in the world better than that shit. Like, you can eat it forever. There's nothing in it, basically. Like, how much Jell-O can you eat? A lot. Like, I can eat Jell-O all day long because it doesn't have any calories in it. And you know what? That's fine with me. That's fine with me in this point in my life. I know post-surgery, it's not going to be the same thing. But you know what? Give yourself credit where credit is due. And you know what? I might pig out on some Jell-O, but I don't feel bad because there's fat-free Jell-O, okay? With fruit at the bottom, usually. That's how I do it, and don't feel bad. Usually big people have big stomachs. Like, I have a big stomach. It's going to take more calories to fill that thing, like, for me to feel full, not stuff myself. I don't stuff myself, but I do like to feel full. I like to feel completely satisfied. So, veggies are a treat, really. Look at veggies as a treat. I'm trying to think of what else I want to tell you. Oh, I told you guys about Myfitnesspal, but I didn't tell you my username. I'm going to put it at the bottom in the comment section. But it's victoriastamper, just my first name, last name. I don't want you guys to stalk me or anything, but You guys are on MyFitnessPal. Add me. Keep on my ass. I'll try to keep on yours. Be like a support program here. Let's do it. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to try to keep up with this more often. I'm at like 20 minutes now, so I'm going to get off here. You guys are awesome. Good luck. I'm going to update more. I'm going to try. I'm not promising anything though. Okay. Goodbye. Good luck.